Welcome everybody to the Riot Games Champion Spotlight featuring Garen, the Might of Demacia. Garen is a melee champion who excels at killing enemies and absorbing quite a bit of punishment. Decisive Strike is a useful ability, which lets you catch up to your opponents, silence them, and unleash crazy damage. Courage lends him his exceptional durability, but his main skill is Judgment, which makes him spin around while moving for 3 seconds, dealing extreme damage to nearby enemies. His ultimate, Demacian Justice, does tons of damage, with bonuses depending on how low your target is. So if you're ever worried about your teammates stealing your kills, Garen is the champion for you. The best part is Garen doesn't even have mana, so as long as your cooldowns are ready, feel free to cast some spells. I set up Garen pretty offensively. I grab armor penetration marks, dodge seals, cooldown reduction glyphs, and flat health quintessences. My masteries follow a standard 21-9-0 grouping. I take all the physical damage talents in offense and work down the defense tree towards nimbleness, making the most of my dodge seals. While I take Cleanse over Rally in the games here, Ignite, Rally, Cleanse, and Exhaust are all great choices on Garen. Here, Shen and I camp the brush, waiting for Morgana to pass us. Though I get hit with Dark Binding, both of us are able to outrun her and I pick up first blood. We get a little too aggressive and try to push out Master Yi at his turret. Shen ends up taking too many shots and becomes dangerously low. I quickly dive in front of him to interrupt Morgana's Dark Binding mid-flight. Using the brush, Shen sneaks up behind Morgana. After Judgment, I move in between attacks to keep myself in range as I tank the turret for Shen. I cleanse out of Morgana's Dark Binding and escape safely. It's just not Morgana's day, as even Black Shield won't prevent her from dying to Judgment. Because it deals physical damage, and every champion starts with less armor than they do magic resist, Garen has extremely potent damage output early in the game. As I run away from the turret, Courage helps keep me alive. We dive the top turret to take out Master Yi, but Rammus shows up to help. Our various abilities get him low, but as we start dying, I use Demacian Justice to finish him off, so that we can escape quickly. With my ultimate back up, I know I can take down Morgana again. After hitting her once, I escape the turret range, then come back in. I swing a few times to get her low, and then execute her with Demacian Justice. Even with Black Shield on, the spell is so strong it breaks right through and kills her. Shen dies to the turret, and Anivia comes to pick a fight. I force her into Rebirth with Judgment, and then try to stay out of tower range the entire time. We start our fun little dance in the forest, and then Judgment drops her for about 400 health. As I draw her away from the turret, Shen appears. With the help of Shadow Dash, we pick her off easily. Master Yi has been having a pretty good game and comes streaming out for Katarina. I wait for him to reach the turret and then unload with Decisive Strike and Judgment. He gets pretty low and gets decimated by Demacian Justice. Our team gets led into a trap and Rammus comes rolling for us. I unleash Judgment in the middle of everyone and Master Yi melts. Then Rammus gets executed by Demacian Justice. And then I escape by cleansing any slows and using the new item, Yomu's Ghost Blade, for a movement speed boost. Garen excels in early game fights. In a new game, Jax and another Morgana decide to pick a fight. Even with enemy minions fighting, we were able to get Jax very low over the first 30 seconds. Then, when our opponents come to check the brush again, they are no match for Judgment. Even with over 600 points of health, Jax is an easy target for Garen. Taric helps as I open up with Judgment, and as he starts to get low, Ignite picks up another kill. Garen has excellent staying power in lane, so many of your kills will simply take 2 tries. I hide in the brush, waiting for Morgana. Decisive Strike silences her so that I can Judgment with impunity. A lot of this is due to his passive, Perseverance, which gives him ridiculous health regeneration if you haven't taken damage for a short time. As the lane pushes down, I try to time my entrance. Decisive Strike and Boots of Speed catch her unaware, and, now silenced, Morgana is helpless against my Judgment. Not satisfied with just killing Morganas all game, I head to top. As always, I initiate on Janna with Decisive Strike, blocking her from using Howling Gale or Monsoon as I strike her with Judgment. Because of Ignite, her Summoner heal, as well as Monsoon, heal for pitiful damage, allowing me to walk up and execute her with Demacian Justice. Before long, Gragas picks a fight. With Shen, we drop him quite low, and as Judgment cools, I intentionally follow without attacking to stay in range for the kill. I notice my team fighting below. I run to Teemo with Decisive Strike, and then I chop him to pieces with Judgment. Then, as I cross Morgana, the simple combo of Ignite into Demacian Justice is just too much for her to handle. Then, Jax gets cleaned up, and we end the battle safe and sound. Thanks for tuning in to the Garen Champion Spotlight. We hope to see you on the fields of justice, fighting for Demacia!